G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the YouTube channel on this lovely afternoon. How we all doing? I tell you what, today is the day of that lovely podcast I'm going on, so I thought I'd talk about that and why I'm going on it, because the only reason I ended up going on it is because I was talking to the bloke who organising it, and the fact that he's organising some charity runs. So on the 25th of October 25th of October this year, believe it or not, there is a ride for autism awareness and all that. And it's starting off in the morning, and we're going from the east to the west. So we're starting off down in Lynbrook, I believe, and we're heading off to Keilor. So if you guys want to join in on that one, I'll put a link to the Facebook page down below in the video description. And of course, talking about the podcast today, it's called Twist the Throttle Podcast with Ambo and Prez. So I'm going over to the west as well again to go say g'day to them and do a podcast on that about motorbikes. This talks about mental health, this talks about all kinds of stuff, so I'm looking forward to that, because there's no downside to going and having a good podcast about mental health awareness and motorcycles. I mean, it's two positives, man. So I'm thinking it'd be a great time. So I'm just heading to work right now, and obviously once I finish work I'm heading straight over there. We're actually going to go have a look at old mates getting a bike today, so I'm looking forward to that. I think it's Ambo's got an old Rocket 3, and that tickles my pickle in quite a way. So I'm going to go have a look at that as well, because I do like those older gen Rocket 3s that look more like cruiser bikes. I do like the new ones, don't get me wrong. The new ones I think are gorgeous, but the older gen ones look like your traditional cruiser motorbike, which I dare say was a bit of a lost styling in the new one. But it's got its own distinct style now, so it's exciting stuff. But I've never been on a podcast before. I've definitely watched a few of them, but I've never watched them. 600 horsepower, what a license plate. And I dare say it is going to be quite the experience, because the only downside about the whole thing is that I have to ride all the way over to the bloody west, but that's okay with me because I've done that before. I've done further journeys for less. But dude, how exciting. Going to go on a podcast, talk about stuff, and oh man, I don't even know what I'm going to do. Good thing I am no stranger to just yapping away. This car is in a bit of a hurry, but the lights won't change for us right now, because it's almost like half of my gig on YouTube is just yapping away without any actual, background or script or anything, because I don't like scripts. I just do things off the top of the head, the authentic way, you know what I mean? I feel like I'd be able to host a TV show very comfortably, but dude, a podcast. So what happened was, originally I was talking to the guy who organises the Rust Nuts Ride for Autism Awareness, and I was like, hey man, I'd like it. I'm gonna come along for this one. Do you want me to promote it? What do you want me to talk about, etc., etc.? He goes, yeah, just mention it. I'm like, cool. And he goes, do you want to join the podcast? I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because the guy who let me in on the guy who organised it, he's been on his podcast. And he goes, yeah, he does a podcast. And I was like, cool. I won't ask about it. I'll do the thing I'm interested in, which was the autism ride. And then he offered to me anyway. I was like, oh, if you insist, why not? There's no downsides here, because I thought it's just nice, to go and do something like that. But right now, we're just cruising and bruising along. Nothing too crazy, man. Hopefully, when we do end up going to this podcast, the traffic is kind, because I'm leaving at like 5:45, meaning it's going to be that annoying traffic part of the hour. So hopefully I don't get screwed over too badly in that department, but time will tell. This is why I took the bike. If it does get a little bit wet, that's alright as well, because I have my wet gear in my little fork bag. That little fork bag fits more than it has any right to in that thing. I've got pants and a jacket in there. It's absurd how much can fit in that bloody thing. Oh no, we got traffic in front of us. Good thing it appears that we will be able to go through said traffic in a nice and comfortable fashion. Will I go that way though? And probably not going to commit to this lane, because the end of it looks like it's pretty crap. But as long as we can get relatively far up this line, I'm happy. Will this car continue? It wanted to. But that's alright. This is the joys of slowing down on your lane filter. It's almost like it makes it incredibly safer compared to just gunning it through the middle, lane splitting style. Now, in the upcoming days, I will be doing a video about the rider awareness in terms of riding like you're invisible. As I mentioned it in my last video, and it was requested that it would be a good idea to continue on that stuff. And I don't see why not, because plenty of people need to learn the basics of riding in the safest possible way. And I have no quarries or quarrels whatever the hell the word is, being the man to deliver that message. Because I think it's good that we increase rider awareness in terms of how well and safe we all ride, because we don't want any of you new riders having any oopsies, you know what I mean? Because more riders on the road, better for the majority, and also it's just more fun at the bike meets to meet more cool and nicer people. Now, obviously, there's going to be more of a rider toll the more riders there are, but the more we continue to educate people on how to ride safely and not like an idiot, the better the rider toll will stay in the lower end of the spectrum. Now, I think this year there's only like 39 or 40 riders that have unfortunately met their demise at the hands of their two-wheeled steed, but the lower that number gets every year, that's okay. And if that number stays consistent but the rider amount doubles, that's still a lower number technically because of the percentage-wise, you know what I mean? So I will be doing my part continuously, constantly educating all you new guys who haven't got much experience riding on how to do so in a correct manner and safe manner. I mean, I could also tell you how not to do it, and it's really easy how not to do it, because that's just go everywhere, mark Jesus. And like that, life will continue. I mean, if you keep riding like that, maybe it won't continue for very long, but you know what I mean. So if you have any other videos you want me to do in terms of beginner rider tips or just rider tips in general, let me know and I'll be more than happy to oblige, as long as I can actually do them. So if you talk about how to drag knee, well, maybe I can't help you with that one, because I ride a cruiser and my bike cannot knee drag at all, no matter how much I wish it could. But I tells you, why is everyone riding like, or driving like a bloody shit? Alright, now that we're out of that bloody mess over there, we can go back to riding. I don't know what it is, man, but people these days just do not understand what a speed limit is. Everyone goes 60 and 80 zones, and worse in others, and then they have the audacity to lower the speed limits. What is going on? I just want to bloody get interested in riding at the speed limit and doing so safely, and I don't want to have to bloody overtake in dangerous ways just to get away from people doing stupid shit. Which is one of those catch-22. Sometimes you really are. You're stuck in a dangerous scenario, and the only way to get out of it is to do something dangerous, and you're like, is it worth the risk? Is it worth just slowing down? Sometimes it's worth just slowing down, other times it's worth just gunning it out of there. I'm usually a fan of gunning it out of there. In most cases it does, is I'd rather be in front of problems. Now, it depends on the problem. If I see a driver driving erratically and swerving, maybe I want to be behind them, because who knows, they might be drunk, they might just be in a rush and not paying attention, so I don't want to be rear-ended by them. But if they're going slow as anything, man, I am the first one in front of them, because I'd rather be in front of a slow driver than behind one. It is just absurd, the amount of crap people be doing these days on these roads. But dude, how cool. So, podcast with tonight, I don't know when it's going to go live. Obviously, I'm just going to link them to in the description. And you guys go give them a watch, give them a follow. They're good blokes. And man, I'm just going to continue doing my thing. And then on the 25th of October, I am going to film that charity ride. So if you guys want to come along, I will post it in the Discord as well, because the more the merrier. And we're all just going to have a good time. Nothing wrong with going out for a ride with the boys for a good cause, having a smile, having a laugh, having a good old time, mate, you know what it is? So that's basically what today's video is about. Just a little update in that regard. Spread some awareness about the old thing. So 25th of October, Autism Ride tonight, podcast. What more is there? I know there's a Biketoberfest this weekend out in bloody, I forget the name of the place, Leongatha or something. Leongatha, that's the one. Leongatha. So if you guys want to go to a Biketoberfest, go Google that one. I will maybe post a link in the Discord about that one also. But we don't know if I'm making it to that one yet. But I do think it will be quite cool to go to the Leongatha one. It's just, I don't know if I can be bothered, because I've got a lot to do this weekend. So getting there is going to be a bit of an adventure. But never say never. These things are fun. We love bike meets. Biketoberfest is just going to be a good old time. So I'll probably do my best. It's just, I don't know if I'll wake up. I've definitely never overslept these things before. But we shall try. We shall try. But ladies and gents, that is all I really wanted to get off my chest today. So please check out the Twist the Throttle podcast. And if you come into those other bike rides, obviously it only applies if you're in Melbourne. If you're not able to make it because you're not in Melbourne, well, honestly, it's just a skill issue and you should do better. I kid. But it will be a good time. So let me know in the Discord, let me know down below if you're coming, and I will see you guys at least one of them. Otherwise, take it easy, keep it cheesy, have a wonderful day, ride safe, be safe as always, and peace. Bye!